What is up, you freaks and geeks? This is Davis here over on the CFG, and I want to make a different kind of video than I do normally. I have been wrestling with myself to make this kind of video for a while now, and however, recently I feel like I need to get my voice out there to not necessarily just for me, but for the several geeks out there who also struggle the same way I do for a long time. So here it goes. I am fat. Oh man, I feel so much better admitting that. No, but seriously, I've been struggling with my weight for as long as I could remember, and I was a big kid growing up, loving all sorts of foods and drinks, and even though I was fairly active in playing sports and just being outdoors, I just loved food so much more. After graduating and going to college, I was less active, but my intake of like fast food increased such substantially that I didn't even know what to do. Because I was on my own. I'm 21. I'm young. I'm stupid, and I just wanted to just have something easily satisfiable. So I just was a fast food junkie in my college years. So it got to a point that in my late 20s, I was diagnosed with type 1 hypertension, which is basically high blood pressure. It's reversible, but you just have to be very careful with, things like salt intake, food, drinks, and stuff like that. But, the doctors advised me that I need to try and start losing weight, and I did try. However, I do well for like a little while, but I quit it and quickly reverted back to my old ways of eating, which was gorging myself in a lot of different kinds of stuff. By the time I was in my early 30s, I was 330 pounds. One would think that I would learn and take my overall health more seriously and start seriously losing the poundage. But you would be right though. I did try. I started going to the gym. I got a physical trainer, started going on a keto diet, creating good habits, because of my new, workout regimen. And I was showing some really good results. I was crushing the new process for just about a month. Then predictably, I reverted back to my old ways, if not worse. A couple of years go by, and with the parties, drinking, food, late night gaming sessions, and anime marathons, I finally did it. I was over 400 pounds. I found it hard to do simple things like standing up for long periods of times, becoming winded from just walking short distances, incredibly lethargic, and worst of all, I was unable to play with my young niece and nephews at the time because I was just too tired and out of shape to do so. But I mean, for sure, now is the time I wanted to change. I needed to change. Everything in my mind was screaming at me to get off my lazy butt and get it done. However, I also thought, how? It may be too late for me. I can't move the way I wanted to, and I could not exercise normally the way that is needed to be able to feel a difference. Ultimately, I decided to check out some alternative measures. So I went to a bariatric doctor, and if you're not familiar with what a bariatric doctor is, it's a weight loss doctor that you probably have seen in shows like My 600 Pound Life and things like that. They help you do surgery, like a way to lose weight in a surgical manner, like the gastric bypass, and by cutting your stomach and doing other sorts of different kinds of very, very invasive things to you for you to lose the weight fast. And I thought that was really my one way out. Because I convinced myself that there's no way that I can do this myself. I need to have surgery to do it. But I will say this process can make a person lose a lot of weight in a short period of time, but the process of getting it done is very hardcore in itself. I had to get a psych evaluation to see if I was competent in wanting to do the surgery, as well on trying to find the reasons of what was causing me, or what was my triggers on making me want to eat the way I was eating, which was ridiculous. I mean, I'm not saying the psych was ridiculous, but the way I was eating was ridiculous. And when I did that, I felt that maybe it was just not the person I was talking to. she didn't really kind of help me with that for the most part. So I kind of was very wary on what the progression was going to be for that, and if she says she would suggest it, to be on my side for it. But but after the psych evaluation, I did things like I had to get a sleep test. I also had to go to my cardiologist to see if I could reduce my hypertension, like I said earlier. And most of all, after going through all that process, getting the procedures, and doing all the extra, legwork, and it's very common for them to also say that you should try to lose weight on your own, but like a certain amount of weight for you to be, so they could see if you're serious about wanting to lose the weight. I went through all of that, but the scariest part for me of all of throughout that whole process was that I would not be able to do things like post-surgery. One of the things I was kind of concerned about was they were saying, oh, you can't have a lot of sugar. They didn't tell me exactly how much sugar, so like they said I can have some, but they didn't give me like an exact amount of things. But like carbonation, I cannot have any kind of carbonation. Now, I don't drink soda, which isn't the problem, but I love sparkling water. So like, and the carbonation itself is just, is good because it bloats you up too fast. And for a stomach that's really like a pea size, not the best thing. Not initially, post-surgery, but they were saying that this was like a complete, like permanent lifestyle change. And one of the biggest ones was that I would have to be depending on pills for the rest of my life, which I am not a big pill taker either. So I was thinking, you know what, if I can't go through the process itself, and if I know myself to be spending that kind of money, I don't think this was going to be the best way for me. So but I would say, like, I think bariatric surgeries is definitely a very good process for, like, to a certain level. But then I ultimately decided I don't think I was quite there yet to decide to say yes, I needed to do the surgery. So after going through the pre-test regimen for the gastric bypass, I started to take my weight loss more seriously, and I was making very good strides in it, until a little thing called COVID hit and shut down a lot of businesses. I will admit that during this time, I stayed on my healthy regimen for a good while, about 3 to 4 months. But unfortunately, the easy access with, the delivery apps like DoorDash and stuff creeped up on my phone and eventually got a hold of me. When business and parks finally started opening up more, I kind of felt like I was even worse shape than when I initially started my regimen. Once again, do you see the pattern there? I was able to exercise better. I started exercising again, and I was actually getting assistance with a compound mixture of a drug that's similar to Ozempic. I mean, it was Ozempic. The only difference was a compound mixture is that there's a person that actually makes it specifically for you. So that's what I was taking, and I was getting results of it too. It was suppressing my eating and everything. I was doing great, and it was working very, very well. I was getting good results on the choices that I was making for myself, finally. And but things were definitely looking up. Things were definitely looking up until I was laid off from my full-time job itself. I had to stop the Ozempic-like regimens and to save money, and basically was in a depressive funk for a while from that. It was easy for me to fall back into my unhealthy ways due to my situation, which I definitely was. I was at my heaviest and unhappiest until I got help from my family and friends. Specifically, shout outs to my sister. She definitely helped me out a lot. If you want to, and she's also on YouTube too. If you should check her out, her name is Victorious VKG. So shout out to her. I've just been in this depressive funk. I finally was at my heaviest, and I believe the last time I weighed, because I was too heavy for a regular scale, I was at 478 pounds. So that's where so I was creeping at around 500 pounds because of my family and friends. I am currently doing a regimen called E2M. Shouts out to E2M right now too. I'm not sponsored by them, nor in any way am I receiving any money from them, just to be 100% clear. But with that said, E2M has worked for me in ways that I have never experienced from all the diets and workouts that I have done throughout my life. The most important thing that E2M brings me is that they have a very supportive community on their Facebook page that is not only engaging, but it's motivating me and holding me accountable for my actions and what I'm doing to just to get myself a lot healthier again. And I'm glad to say that it's working. I've been doing it so far about 90 days so far, and I've been doing a gigantic lifestyle change, which is something that I have never done in my entire life towards that level of support goes an incredibly long way to me, and it keeps me striving to get to my goal. Because of my program's positivity, I am on month 3 of the program, and I have had an amazing significant strides. So why now? What has made me want to talk about my weight struggle? I know I'm not alone in this, and I definitely know the feeling that there is no way to change. I want everyone or anyone out there to know that you are not alone in this. A ton of geeks like myself are fighting a battle of obesity every day of their lives, and it's okay to reach out and ask for help. Thanks to my sister for pushing me to do E2M, I have learned that it is almost impossible to do something like this alone. I am a private person, and I do not like to share my struggles. However, I have come to the realization that that a supportive group around you will not only help you get where you need to be, but hold you accountable for the decisions that you make. With a solid foundation like that, anything is possible. Which leads me to my announcement. Well, to hold myself accountable as well as support others in their weight loss journey, I'm creating a series cataloging my own personal weight loss journey. I am calling the series Fat Nerd Chronicles. This series will be more of a vlog of what I am doing, meal preps, how I'm feeling, possibly progression videos if I suck it up, and more. So far, I'm only in month 3, and in my journey, I have a long way to go. With Fat Nerd Chronicles, this is not only a way to push not only me, but others to show that it is and will be possible to get where you need to be. So if you're wanting to check it out, join me on my CFG channel on YouTube, and maybe on our, you know what, should I do it on social media? I think I should do it on social media. So I'll also possibly post it as well on our Twitch page, or not Twitch page, our Twitter page. It's the CFG, and on our Facebook page, the Comic Freak. So far, what is going to be the first step? Like I said before, I've been on the on this regimen here for 3 months now, and like I said, my heaviest was at 478. Now, just to be in full disclosure, I wasn't able to weigh myself at the time because I didn't have a scale that could keep up with my weight at the time. But I did find a scale. I eventually did find one, and I'm going to go by the current weigh-in on that. First step is the weigh-in.
Body weight is 433 pounds.
So far, I'm at 433 pounds, which is awesome. I've already lost 45 pounds, which is amazing. Now, I mean, that's a long stride from what I've been at in a long time, and I dropped down a shirt size so far. Now, my ultimate goal in Fat Nerd Chronicles is I want to hit to 250. That's where I want him to be. And it's going to be a long, weary way. I'm assuming it's going to take me a bit. It's probably going to take me a year. I'm assuming a year and a half to get to that point, but I am totally motivated to do it. I am totally wanting to see what I can do with the will. And I would love you nerds and freaks and geeks to be a part of it too. So if you have any questions, comment, whatever, have any questions on what I'm doing. If you have any personal questions that you don't want me to post or post, DM me. I mean, I'm going to be an open book just as much as I hope that you would like to reach out. And if you need that level of motivation, I am definitely there for you as well. So I'm doing this right now for me, but as well as for any future folks that are out there that are struggling just as much as I was, because I've been there, bro. I've definitely been there, and it feels like it's hopeless, but it is not. I assure you, it is not. And I'm willing to be a pillar to help go the way that's been taught to me. So guys, that's all I just wanted to say. I don't know where I'm just rambling on at this point, but if you're wanting to join us, like I said, just subscribe to the YouTube channel, the CFG, and we'll definitely go in there. And please be gentle. I'm still fat. So there you go. But guys, you take care. I will catch you later. Peace out.